So this problem is asking us to find P, which is different. Last time we were finding A, if you remember, but this time our A is specified. So we want to, it's a little bit different. But we can calculate all of this part. So let's write it out. So we have 2,000 equals P times 1 plus 0.03 divided by 4 raised to the 4 times 5 power. Our order of operations is going to be pretty similar. We handle this division first, and at the same time we can handle the multiplication in the exponent. We may want to just multiply that exponent first if it's something you can't do in your head, and then come back and do the 0.03 divided by 4. Then the next operation is going to be that addition. The next operation will be raising to the power, and that'll be 3. And then the last operation is going to be a little bit different. We're going to need to solve. So we'll wait until we get close, and then we'll see what we have to do next. So let's try it out. We know 4 times 5, I hope. So that's going to give us to the 20th power. And I can also calculate 0.03 divided by 4. And I get 1 plus 0.0075. Next step was to add the 1, so plus 1. So now I have 1.0075 raised to the 20th. I still have P times out front and then the 2,000 on the left. A little bit more now, so I can raise it to the 20th power, so I'm going to use my to the button here. To the 20th equals. So now I have 2,000 equals P times 1.161184, and on and on. Now at this point I want to solve for P. I want to know how much is the initial principal that I should start with on this account to end up with $2,000 in my account. So I really want to divide by the 1.16114 and so on. But it's a little bit easier for me to think about it if I do it like this. If I were to multiply this by 1 over 1.161184 on both sides, oh, come on. 1, 6. So if I multiply both sides by 1 over that number on the right hand side, watch this. The right hand side, these, think about them as being over 1, but those are going to reduce. And that's nice. And then on the left, I'm thinking I need to multiply by 1 over the number I have sitting on my calculator. And the cool thing is that we have a button that'll do that for us. So look on your calculator for a button that looks like x to the -1. That's one way it might look, or it might just look like 1 over x. And if you have that 1 over x, that's exactly what we're doing here. 1 over the number sitting on the calculator. And on my calculator, I have it. It looks just like that. This x to the -1 power is the exact same button as this 1 over x. They work in the same way. So when I push that, it's going to give me a decimal value, but it's the equivalent of taking 1 divided by what I have here in the denominator now, which was my constant that I was multiplying by my P. Okay, so I'm going to push that button. I get 0.86, so now I have, let's come back here. .861, and it goes on and on, times 2,000 equals P. Okay, that's great because I still haven't had to take anything off of my calculator and write it down except to show my work. Now I can just multiply by 2,000, so times 2,000 equals. And I end up with 1722.38 equals P. And I rounded because I have 0.379, and this is money, so I need to round to the nearest hundredth. And so I had to bump up that 7 because the next number was a 9. So I have $1,722.38 for my P. So in here we're saying don't round at all until your very final answer, and that's what I was showing you as I worked this problem, and then round to the nearest cent. So on the very, very last step, P equals $1,722.38. Okay. Did you get it on yours? I hope so. And your calculator usage notes, the important keys that we learned were x to the negative 1 or 1 over x, and that gives you 1 divided by whatever number is sitting on your calculator, and we can use it to solve this equation.